Well, hello, I'm Joe Walensky, and I'm the conference director for the Technical Writer Conference that is coming out very soon on Tuesday, June 23rd. And one of the fun things I get to do is talk to our many presenters. And right now I'm speaking with Brandi Hopkins. Hello, Brandi. How are you doing today?
Hey, great. How are you?
Good. It's a humid, warm day in Bellingham, Washington. Where are you talking to me from?
Austin, Texas. It's been a unusually rainy day here.
Well, it's good to have you as part of the program. And a good place to start is if you could just tell us a little bit about your work and the path that took you there.
All right. So currently, I'm a senior technical writer at Seeker Technologies. I've been there since January, so fairly new to the team. Um, I am lucky enough to own the pretty much the entire documentation from end to end, which is high ownership and high strategy and a lot of moving parts, but also very rewarding. Seeker is they create Seeker Flow, which is explainable, defensible AI for enterprises and government in regulated industries where output has to be very traceable back to the data that shaped it. So it gives me a lot of range with technical complexity because AI is such an interesting field right now with so much emerging information where we have to balance that audience of instructing as well as being highly technical. Prior to that, I was at AWS for 4 years writing for the Marketplace service team. And how I got here, I've been in technical writing since around uh, 2014, but I was studying technical writing before that. I got my degree in English language and literature, which seems to be a very common thread for a lot of tech writers. They started off in English and found their way in. I did start graduate work at some point, though. I ended up the pulled so my career pulled me in other directions, and I've been career focused since then.
Well, you mentioned the AI aspect of your organization's product. I mean, it was certainly everybody's been talking about AI, and we have sessions about AI. But in this case, your organization has AI as part of what they're offering. So what's that like? Being involved as a technical writer in that kind of environment.
Yeah, it's definitely very interesting because it's giving me sort of the front line to learn about AI as it develops, which is super interesting and is constantly changing. Like as soon as you think you know something, it's changed the next day. It's also really rewarding in the sense that because there's such like a push and pull on the whole AI space right now. There's a lot of it's very supportive of using AI tools in my day-to-day workflows, which is something I 100% appreciate because I feel like AI is definitely something that is a huge tool for the tech writer, for tech writers to keep in their back pocket. It makes a lot of workflows that were almost impossible for a single person team to get out the door versus when we were in the past trying to do a lot of things manually. I'm personally very happy.
Well, the topic that you're going to present has the title From Chaos to System, Building a Documentation Practice from the Ground Up. So tell us a little bit about what we can expect to learn from your presentation.
So something I had encountered when engaging with other tech writers, just in my own career, is that there was always this moment when you're new to a team. And so this was, very recent to me, but a lot of it actually came from past experience more so than my current experience. But there's always this moment when you first get introduced to a documentation set where it feels very overwhelming. Um, there's all this complexity just across the board of, you know, what content can you trust in the system that you're looking at? Like, are the docs up to date? Are they out of date? What's true? What's not true? Who are your stakeholders? Then on top of that, like just how do you leverage what you're doing and make it very visible because unfortunately, a lot of times when tech writers get thrown into this world, they come into an organization that wanted the docs to be better yesterday, and you weren't there yesterday. So what are you going to do? So I really wanted to balance sort of the threefold problem that is occurring, because it's not just about the content, it's also about the system in place behind the scenes for intaking problems, for understanding what users are needing to see versus what's there, and how to filter through all of that. So it's really about building a system that helps you get from start to finish when you're new and you really need to get out there and get something going, while also leveraging and uh, sort of making visible that invisible work that you're doing to the leadership around you, because that's the hardest part. Is when you're trying to get up to speed, there's a heavy expectation to still be showing something, for something to start happening immediately. And I don't think that that's something that's really like on purpose on part of like leadership or organizations. I think it comes from a place of not understanding what it actually takes to shape documentation into something useful and good, not just for your human reader, but also for, in this day and age, your AI reader, who needs to be able, you have to have a clear information architecture for AI to be able to cleanly understand what's happening within your documentation, how to find the right information. There's a very large cost associated with documentation not being well organized. And quite frankly, so this is kind of approaching like that behind the scenes of being organized on your side in order to have something organized on the outside.
Well, it's certainly a topic that I think we can all relate to, and it's great to get these experiences from people in the field like yourself talking about it. So, thanks so much for taking some time to chat with me, and we look forward to checking out your presentation next week.
All right, thanks.